They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Wentz now on first down. It's brought in by Harris. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. This is the receiver turn running back, Cordero Patterson. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
And 3.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Patterson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Play to the running back.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Great 15. Great 15. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, empty.
Patterson on the carry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On third down. It's Patterson. Cordero Patterson. 20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Down at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Play fake. Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll find Pittman. And he's got this down to the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Gain of 12.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll run on first down. Patterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Right at the line of
give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
On the play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They run with Patterson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Wentz now on first down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. And he didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. He was brought 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Ashton Davis on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Colts nothing.
The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's David Montgomery, second-year man from Iowa State. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
A gain of 14.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you, but you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
It's a gain
10 more there and another first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Down by Kyle Fuller.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The 20. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Justin Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Bears 13, Colts 7. Rigoberto Sanchez.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Push him back. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Go, go. Check 9, check 5-9, 5-9. Mike. 82,
Throwing on first is Wentz.
Open man is Komet, the tight end.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
The Bears have to be excited about the rookie out of Notre Dame, Cole Kmet, a Chicago native. He actually selected number 85 in recognition of the Bears' 1985 NFL championship team, the Super Bowl champs. And by the way, his dad was on the Bears practice squad at one point. So this kid falls right in line. I love his athletic ability. He'll learn from the veteran Jimmy Graham. And last year, the Bears tight ends, J.P. Holtz, he led the team in receiving, 91 yards from the tight end position.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Throwing now is Wentz. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try the left side. It's Patterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made by...
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing is Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by the
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. But now it's 3rd down.
Down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Ginn has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. This is caught by Ginn. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 37. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 31, Wentz. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Into the red zone, Wentz. He'll find Miller, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
Bears, first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Second and 8 coming up. To throw is Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Demetrius Harris, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's some.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Intercepted. The Bears take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Switzer on the return. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking for Campbell downfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 25. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Check. Right there.
On first down, Wentz. The connection made. It's Graham. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
They'll take over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
74. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. All day, baby, all day. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. I don't think you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
You ain't got 53 is the mic. 53, check 53.
Wentz now to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few.
It's a foot race. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Play action. Now Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Wentz. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st down, Patterson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
From the 44, Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Able to find Harris, complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
He's checking. Crash. You got tight.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And Graham's got it, complete. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
On third down, it's Patterson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
I got you, boy. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 99.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Montgomery, the ball.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6. Here's Patterson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 26.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Wentz now on first down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Jack Doyle. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
6 yards to go.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Patterson stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
Randy, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that's caught. It's Hogan. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordell Patterson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
The score, Bears 33, Colts 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, it's Patterson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun, it's Wentz. And left side here, it's Graham. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
It's 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
He's going to let it. And got his man complete. 20. 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Donovan Peoples-Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Patterson down right around the 25. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
10 at the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 14-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bears, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.